Okey, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat petang sekali lagi. Hari ini 30 hari bulan Januari. We are back with the William Alligator Indicator, the part 3. So, part 3 is intraday trading, part 2. So, last week, we cover William Alligator already. But before we start, this is the disclaimer ataupun penafian yang perlu anda baca. Okay, take 1 minute to read that, so that you can get idea what this is. Okay, ini adalah saya skip terus. Anda semua kenal saya. Most of you is known for me. Okay, know me. So, I'm Tuku Ishak, market analyst at Hot Forex. Okay, I've been with Hot Forex for the 3rd year. This year is my 3rd year with the Hot Forex as a market analyst and trainer. So, remember, I always repeat and repeat and repeat, trust yourself. Okay, today we cover William Alligator Indicator. So, William, I already covered on the first part what is William Indicator, and then how it works, and then how we use the William Alligator mainly for us to identify the trend. But it also can help us to identify the potential entry point and potential exit point. Okay, so before we start, this is the advantage of and limitation. Very useful tool for trend recognition. Okay, but it is very limited when the market is on the choppy or sideways on the trend. For the safe trade, we need to use another trend identification indicator for us to get more safer trade. Okay, today I will combine with the fractal. Okay, fractal also developed by Bill Williams. So they to identify a turning point based on the 5 or more candle. So we have a lowest low, higher low, blah 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 blah. I will not go for the indicator detail, but we need to know one thing. What is the use of this fractal and this fractal? Okay, actually, Bill Williams used it to identify a turning point. When the market is turning, this is bullish turning point or fractal. Okay, bottom fractal coming out, telling us that market is reversing. And when this is happen, the same thing it tell market is reversed to downward. This is bearish turning point, this is bullish turning point, and when it's coming out again, turning point and turning point and turning point. Okay, if we connect all the turning point, we can see the trend basically. I hope you can see it. We can see the trend. Okay, so in this part, I will not go into the detail with the fractal. I will cover on later topics. But in this William indicator, we use a fractal as support and resistance. Okay, support and resistance. So this is the resistance, and this is the support. When the price is going up, it break the resistance. It's telling us it will go up. Okay, this one when it break, it tells us when it go down. But this is also a lagging indicator. Okay, you all know lagging indicator. So lagging indicator have one disadvantages. It only coming out after 2 candles moving. So this is the limitation of the fractal. But if we combine with the alligator indicator, it can give us a very useful information for the entry point. Okay, so let me look onto the last week, the notes that I share with you. Okay, alligator process, open mouth, open beak, and start to close. Okay, when lip start to cross the teeth, prepare. And when lip cross the jaw, we can entry if you are aggressive trader, but risk is high. When teeth cross the jaw, we can entry. Okay, so how we manage our risk stop loss based on lowest or highest moving average, okay, or manage based on the higher or previous candle. Okay, so indicator, the warning is tend to give false signal. Okay, and we can overcome it by maximizing risk reward ratio. And another thing is use additional indicator as extra tools. Extra tool. Okay, actually you can use more, but today I will share with you how I use with the how we can say with the fractal and alligator indicator. So I will straight go to the chart. Okay, straight go to the chart and let me look. Okay, let me look the chart. Okay, let me go for default last week setting. Okay, so this is the blank the blank what we call the blank chart. Okay, the blank chart. If you see this is the blank chart. So if we save alligator, and this is the alligator indicator. Okay, if you can see this. Okay, so based on our understanding, okay, our understanding what is happening now. Okay, when the lip cross the jaw, this is our potential entry point. Okay, if we are aggressive trader. Okay, so this usually happen here. Okay, this is our entry point and our stop loss, at least the low here. Okay, and our target is around here. Minimum 1-to-1 risk reward ratio kat sini, at least. Okay, so this is how we trade. Okay, macam ini signal baru keluar H4 4 hour yang lalu. This is what going on. Okay, if we entry here, so that means we are already about 20 pips in profit. 20 pip in profit. But what I want to share with you today is more on the intraday trading. Okay, more on the intraday trading. So today we focus more on the H1. But the problem with the H1, if you see, there are a lot of the sideways false signal. Here is the false signal region. Here is the false signal region. Okay. Here is the false signal region. So there are a lot of false signal. Never mind. If we add in Bill William fractal. Okay. I use the big fractal sini for you to see. So what we can use with the fractal. Okay. Let me zoom in. Okay. Let me look here around the entry points around here. Okay. This region. Okay, focus and delete back. When, remember, this is 3 candle in front. Okay, 3 candle in front. When the lips cross the jaw. Okay, lips cross the jaw. Okay, this point. This point. Okay, this point, which is represent is about 1, 2, 3. This candle. Okay, this candle. When the lips cross the jaw, what is happening? It gives us, okay, aggressive trader, we have opportunity to entry at this point. Okay, but be careful. Why? Sometimes we tend to get a false signal. Okay, sometimes we tend to get a false signal. So what we can use is try to use a fractal. Any buy signal, try to use the top fractal before around here. Okay, this is the top fractal. Wait until the candle break the fractal, then you take the entry. In which use additional information, use fractal as additional info. That means if the candle break the fractal, it means that candle break the resistance. Kalau kita tengok basic resistance, support and resistance, this is also a resistance line. Okay, this is also a resistance line. You can see here resistance, resistance, support, support. Going back, you will see, okay, here resistance. If we go back, this also a support resistance. But to make it easy, we just use a fractal. Okay, when the price cross the fractal and close above the fractal, this is our entry point. Okay, entry point. The first, let we trade a new. Early and fractal. Okay, kita cuba tengok sini sekejap ah. Kita buka. Saya bukakan here. Alligator and fractal ah. Look at the note below ah. First, this is more aggressive ah. Why I share with you aggressive? Because most of you are aggressive, I know, including me. I'm mainly aggressive trader for the intraday. For the swing, a bit conservative. For intraday, a bit aggressive. So aggressive, first thing is leap, cross the jaw. Okay. And then wait for the candlestick to break fractal. Up or down, either one. Entry once the candle close. Suitable time frame. H1 or M15. Okay, either one can be used. Okay, last week I already give you, okay, leap, cross the jaw, aggressive entry. Okay, 5 risk. Okay, below previous low or high fractal. That means if we look here, okay, I go for the bit darker blue. Okay, you can see here, this is our entry point. Okay, this is our entry point here. Okay, here is our entry point. Why I say here is our entry point? First, it must cross. Okay, if we took 1, 2, 3 candle back, okay, this candle, when this candle complete, this already crossed. 1. Rule number 2, this is rule number 1. Rule number 1 is here. Okay, rule number 2 is it must break the fractal. This is rule number 2. Okay, rule number 2, it must break a fractal. Rule number 3, stop loss is below here, below the previous fractal. Okay, stop loss is below here, risk, manage your risk properly. But this trade usually, yeah, I'm looking for minimum 1 to 2 risk reward ratio or more. So that means when I entry, this is my risk. My risk is approximate how many pips? Okay, 27 pips. So I will try to target at least 52 pips or more. If we go here, how much? 52 around here. Okay, just reach our target just now. Okay, H1. So this is what the strategy that we use. First rule, break crossing, lips and jaw. Second rule, it must break the fractal. Okay, let me look M15 Euro Cap. Okay, sekejap saya savekan dulu file save template. Alligator. Okay, so let me look here. Alligator and fractal. Okay, what is happening this morning? This morning, okay, when this crossing, okay, it tells us one thing. When this crossing, lips and jaw crossing, first we go 1, 2, 3. The candlestick is around here. Okay, this is already the entry point for us. Sebab they break below the fractal and entry point. So this is our entry point. Okay, what does the fractal mean? Okay, the fractal mean you can actually Google, but it is average high-low, 2 higher high and 2 lower low before. Okay, 2 macam ini, dia fractal akan keluar based on the 5 candle punya movement. Okay, dia ada mesti 2 lower low dengan 2 higher high baru dia keluar bawah. Ataupun 2 higher high, 2 lower low baru dia akan keluar yang ni. Dia ada teori fractal dia, but the fractal has different use actually to find a turning point. For this part, we modify a bit. Fractal ni actually is been done by fractal. One of the uses of the fractal is as a support and resistance. Okay, it used as support and resistance. So you can see fractal overlap here. Tapi kalau you tengok chart pun, di sini adalah kawasan support and resistance. Okay, but what I want to tell you here is how to use fractal as the support and resistance. Okay, you draw. So when the candle cross here, at this, when the alligator crossing here, okay, in which about 3 candle before here, tak, dia belum ada crossing, 1, 2, 3, yeah. So this is the first signal coming out. The second signal coming out after it cross here. Nampak tak candlestick ni? They cross and close below the fractal. Okay, this is the second signal. If you want to be more conservative, actually, you can use drawing here. This is the bottom of the fractal. Yeah. You need to wait until here. Tapi saya selalunya saya gunakan midpoint of the fractal saja, sini lebih kurang. Ataupun saya akan gunakan atas ni support and resistance. Okay, support here. So when it cross, it tell me rule number 1 is complete, rule number 2 is complete. Okay, and rule number 3, this is our stop loss. So you will see here, this is our entry point. Let me take this one entry point. Our stop loss is about 20 pips. Our reward is about 40 pips. Let's say saya gunakan risk reward 1 to 2. Saya tengok berapa saya punya risk. And here. So, we get the profit about here. More or less. Ini intraday strategy. So, the advantage is, apa advantage dia? Advantage dia mengelakkan, okay, mengelakkan daripada kita terkena false signal. Mengurangkan. And then, fractal help us to know where is our risk. Sebab fractal based on swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. But our focus is alligator. Look for the alligator signal for the entry and then you can work on that. Okay? Itu adalah fungsi fractal. Fractal you use as the support and resistance. Okay, let me see here. Okay? This fractal is crossing. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the signal coming out at here. Okay. Does this signal valid? Yes. Why? It break the previous fractal high here. But like I say to you, think logically. Before entry, think your risk. Kalau kita entry di sini, mana fractal yang low sebelum ini? Di sini. So, how many pips? It's about 30 pips. For the intraday, actually, 20 pip is just nice. It's just nice. 30 pips is too big because you want to chase 60 pip per day is very difficult. Tell you frankly. You can see it going up to 30 pips and falling down again. Itu risiko fractal and the alligator. Both is the lagging indicator. But if we know how to manage it like this one, okay, this is rule number 1. Okay, this is rule number 2, confirm. Okay, this is rule number 3. Here is 1, right? 1 crossing, 2 break fractal, 3 your risk. Okay, and then try to see how much stop loss is about 20 pips. The price is falling down is about 25 pip before it reverse back. Di sini apabila price sudah sampai risk reward 1 to 1, usually we move our entry to the break even, stop loss to the break even. Bila dia reverse balik, we have nothing to lose. For the intraday, don't try to put more than 25 pips. It's too big. If we look into the Euro USD, okay, this is the Euro USD. Okay, the latest happened. Okay, right now. Okay, right now you can see here price crossing the lip, cross the jaw. This is signal for sell. Tell you frankly. Here. Okay, jaw. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here is the signal. Okay, signal to sell. Here is the signal to sell. Here. But try to see, does it break the support yet? No. So whatever, we don't take the entry. So if we don't take the entry right now, we are quite safe. Sebab apa? Because the price is already rejecting the support. You can see here, fractal, their second useful usage is as a support and resistance. If you not believe, mark the second last fractal and zoom out, you can see support, 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 resistance here. Okay, two last, this and this, not the other. You can see, this is really a resistance area, and this is really a support area. So we try to infuse some support and resistance, some price action using fractal as the reference for the support and resistance, and try to find the entry. Okay, if you see here, this is actually a kill zone for us. There are a lot of false signals. There are a lot of false signals, and you need to be careful. And fractal help us to eliminate some of the false signal, not all, but some. Okay, kita tengok di sini trend. So what happened here? This is the choppy market that frequently kill the trader here. Here, okay, 1, 2, 3. This is entry point, but this is resistance. Price break above. Okay, this is signal number 1, this is signal number 2. And try to look signal number 3. Worth it or not? Take a look. Okay, 23 pips is worth to go. But at the end of the day, it's going up halfway, 12 feet, but it's falling down again. To use alligator indicator, please don't zoom in too much. You cannot see the trend. Try to zoom out so you can see the trend. Okay? Try to zoom out so you can see the trend. Okay? You can see the trend, you can know, okay, now it's on the sideways zone. Relax. If we zoom in, you can see, oh, now is the trending. No, please try to zoom out to see the trend. Currently the trend is strong up, but how strong it is, stay on the sideway. Okay, let me go for the another one example, GBP USD. Okay, I want to use right now is H1. Okay, H1. So yesterday, when this is happening, okay, this block, when this block is crossing, okay, try to look here, 3 candle back, 1, 2, 3. Here is your entry point. Here is our entry point. This candle. Okay. Rule number 1. Okay. Crossing this candle. Okay. Why I say 3 candle back? Remember, alligator lips is 3 candle back punya movement. Sebab dia ada moving average, dia ada shift 3. So usually it used for the tell us of advance, but shift 3 here, actually it shift forward 3 candle. The reason, okay, there student asked me last week, why the reason? For me, reason is mainly and purely cosmetic. Okay, mainly and purely cosmetic. Because why? Try to see the different here and the different without shift. It is difficult. Okay, it is difficult for us to see here what is currently going on here, because if it extended, it gives us idea. The moving average idea, when they shift, it gives us idea what is probability for the next. So like this one, alligator, we set back, so it gives us idea where is the direction. Direction is downward. So this is my entry point. Entry point is this candle. Once it's closed, this is my entry point. So this is my stop loss above the previous. This is my support that have been broken before. Okay. So my risk is about 75 pips. So I try to gain at least 75 pips. At least. Or 150 pips, something like that. So when this happen, this is our target, this is our risk. So when the trade is going on, try to manage the risk. I will put in how to minimize the loss, how to maximize the entry. So for the next month's syllabus, more on the risk management. Okay, cuma saya tak sure berapa ramai yang akan join. Because risk management, most of the trader don't like it. For them, as long I deposit, I trade, and make profit. Okay, so risk reward itu penting. Nanti saya akan ajar cara-cara nak menguruskan risk. Okay, but let's say right now this is what the entry point currently we are running in profit. Currently, okay, this is also happen at here. Let we look here example. Price is falling down and try to overlap going up. So this is our crossing point. Okay, this is our crossing point. Okay, let we look 3 candle back. Is 1, 2, 3. Okay, here this happen. So at this, so what happened? It gives signal. Okay, it gives signal first. Abaikan yang ini ya. Ini tak keluar lagi, ini lagging tau. So di sinilah lebih kurang. Ini fractal dia. Price break the fractal and give us opportunity to entry. Okay, around here. So what happened? Let's look for the risk. 58 pips. 55 pip risk for the entry, and try to go 110. We can make it around okay. Signal 1, 2, 3 is very important. Aggressive 1, next fractal 2, 3 is stop loss below here. If you can manage that and know how to ride the trend, this trend is your money. The problem here is people tend to mix everything without know the basic. What is the basic of alligator? Simple. To know the market behavior. So, any question? So right now, this is what is going on in the market. Let me see H1 here. Okay, like this one, ini I think yesterday it gave us a signal around here. Okay, if you can see, here is the entry point. Here is the entry point. Ini example number one. Okay, it's crossing one, 2, 3, 2. Is crossing or not? Still not crossing. Not crossing, not close above. So this entry is not valid. Okay. No alligator. Dalam slide ni ada. By end of this week, I will upload the alligator indicator punya notes. But for the notepad yang saya tu tadi boleh lah. I will share with you before the end of the webinar. Okay, so use alligator and fractal. Alligator as entry information, fractal as supplement to know it breaks support resistance or not. Because ini konsep dia actually more on the breakout strategy. Okay, more on the breakout strategy like this one. Okay, dips cross the jaw. Okay, here where is the lip cross the jaw, this candle, this at this price. Okay, at this price you see lips cross the jaw, and here during that time the price is at here. Okay, during that time the price is at here, and try to see it close above or below. No, still no entry. Our entry only valid when the next candle is closed. So you have rule number one is comply, rule number two is comply, then you entry. And where is our stop loss? Our stop loss is below the low, is about, let's say, 35 pips. Let's go up to 57 before it reverses back. Top fractal before, okay? Top fractal untuk buy, dia kena break top fractal baru dia masuk. Use fractal as your support and resistance. Remember. Okay, why? We look around here. This case scenario, tengok sini saya dah highlight. This is what happening. Crossing. Okay, crossing lips and jaw. Okay, so this is the point of the crossing. Point of the confirm, okay, crossing. So 1, 2, 3. So during that time, this is the candle. So you can see it already break the structure of the fractal here. It already break the structure of the fractal here. So what happened? We entry at here. Entry sell. At here. So what is going on? Try to look first. Before entry, try to calculate how much your risk. Like GBP, they are quite big. Okay, 35 pips. This ADCHF 35 pips. Try to look for the 70 pips. Okay, and you can see price reverse back going up, but this is our stop loss high. Okay, swing highs, lower high, and then going down, not achieve your target, but this is our exit point when the lips start to process. So if we take the trade, we get about 40 pips, 39 pips. Okay, rule is simple. Rule is wait for the lips close the jaw and look for the fractal breakout. Once the fractal breakout, it is yours. See here. This is the crossing, and this is the candle who caused the crossing. Okay, and this is previous fractal. You can see it break out. So what happened? We take the trade here, and it's still running. So it is really straightforward. One of the way. Okay, there are other way you can explore. Alligator plus the Bill William awesome oscillator. Okay, awesome oscillator, when the price is crossing the zero, that is possible entry point, like this one. Okay, price is crossing the zero, price is crossed. Okay, that is our entry point. And try to look and combine with the fractal and alligator. Remember, our main topic is alligator. Do we need fractal? If you experience enough, you don't need it. You can see based on the support resistance naked chart. But if you can see it, then try to use a fractal. Okay, fractal. Fractal for this case is used mainly for the support and resistance. Okay, mainly used for the support and resistance. So, ada soalan? Let me send you the note. I'm sorry just now sebab lambat sikit. Tadi I have problem log in to the what? To the go to webinar. Mana attendee question chat pools dashboard. Let me see question chat. Supposedly boleh. I cannot never mind. I tried to. Let me try to work out. Bagi saya seminit saya nak hantar ni file sharing. Mana hantar file? Drawing tool. Okay, I will upload on the Google Drive, and Google Drive, a new folder, get the create, and here the note. Control C. Yeah, those more view. So, sekejap. Okay, you all ada dapat chat tak? You can use accelerator, oscillator, awesome oscillator, MACD. There are a lot of additional indicator with the alligator. But you must remember one thing. Okay, siapa yang guna phone, go to announcement, saya ada share link. Ataupun siapa yang guna komputer tu, go to the chat, you can see it. Okay, you must remember one thing. The main purpose of the alligator is actually to identify the threat. Because why? Bear William believed that market 75%, more than 70% is sideways, and 30% is trending. So he want to ride the trend. Okay, he want to ride the trend. Usually the trend trader, they don't have a target. Their target only after the trend is changing. Macam ini lips bertukar, cross kepada jaw balik. Okay, some of them, okay, but like me, I'm more on the what we call it, on the risk management punya trade. So I know how much my risk, I know what I need to do. Okay, I know what I need to do. So based on that, I use alligator for the intraday. Okay, M15, M30, or M5, we can use it. Okay, but remember one thing: the lower the time frame, the more the signal. That's why I prefer mainly I prefer the use of the H1. I'm more relaxed and I look into the chart only once an hour. Sambil dalam tempoh sejam tu saya buka chart, saya tengok hanya sekejap saja. Why? Because I don't have time. So once in 1 hour is okay. But if the lower the time frame, you need to be smart. Okay. Why I say you need to be smart? Because the lower the time frame, the more false signal. More false signals mean that more risk. Okay, more risk is not suitable for me. Okay, remember that. Any question? This is the last part. And try to see here. Okay. Okay. Try to see here. This is the lips. And this is the jaw. Okay. What is happening now? Kalau candle ni close, okay, this is not signal lah. Please remember, this is example lah. Okay, remember, this is example only, but we are lucky. Okay, try to zoom out balik sikit. What is happening now? Di sini. Okay, di sini. This current situation by 11 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, is this happen, the first signal already coming up, crossing. Okay, sorry. The first signal already coming out, the crossing. This is my first signal. Okay, you can see the line, crossing. Okay, and my second signal, this is my second signal. Okay, I want to see if the price close below this fractal. If remember, if close below, right? Okay, assume sekarang ni pukul 11. I will take the short trade here. This is my risk stop loss, is about 30 pips. And my target minimum 30 pips or 60 pips. Okay, this is my target. So what happened when the price, okay, let's say price turun sampai lebih kurang 30 pip, I will reduce my stop loss, I will move my stop loss back to here. Positive 2, positive 3. And then that atas ni. Okay. When it reach price around here, I will move my stop loss. Dah separuh jalan, saya akan control saya punya risk. Itu saya punya cara, strategi. Right now, what you see is happening. This is not signal, this is not advice, this is not a trade call. This is just example. Please, this is your own risk. Okay? Euro USD. GBP tak ada. USD CHF dah terlepas. USD CAD pun dah terlepas. Okay, kita cuba tengok. NZD USD. Also happening. Also happening now. So try to see, but remember, you already see this pattern is happening. And this is the sideway. Bila you nampak sideway ni, be careful with the trade. Be careful with the trade because it's a bit choppy. 1 false signal, 2 false signal. So be careful. Okay. This is the example. So live currently here. What is going on right here? Oh, quite fast, price. Okay, so for those who interested, on 23rd of February, okay, we will have a gala dinner. Okay, 23rd of February, we will have gala dinner at Equatorial Hotel. So, if you're interested, you can register, but remember, okay, this one, for eligible for a place, you need to make a new $300 deposit. For eligible place and lucky draw. And the price is Peugeot Turbo Yamaha R15, iPhone, Huawei, Surface Go, Xiaomi Mix, Holiday Package, GoPro, Lucky Draw. So, and artist performer, we have Rama Hassan, Kiraman as the director, Magic Show, Haris Iskandar, Daya Bakar 222 Squad. Okay, so if you interested, this is the link. I share juga sini. Please register yourself and make a deposit, and we can meet at the gala dinner. Okay, so I'm expecting you all to attend. So bila jumpa saya, hello, I'm Mr. Johari. Okay, Mr. Johari, dia selalu ada dalam webinar. Hello, Mr. Azidi, yang selalu ada webinar. Muhammad Jamain. Okay, you are invited. Okay, all of you invited. There are a lot of you here. I want to read one by one. I just read on the top list only. So, please, you are invited to the corporate gala dinner. Okay, and that's all for today. Okay, thank you very much for interest. Again, my apology for the late start because of the GoToWebinar error. So, hope you get the idea what to do, and please download the link yang saya share, and we will meet again next week. We will off for the Chinese New Year. Week after, we will start again with the next webinar. Okay, thank you very much. Good night, everybody, and